you know she's there.
I'll do a K.
Now it's weird. Now it's real weird. Hi everybody, welcome to a strange episode. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, so we're in my hallway room, reading nook corner thing. Probably looks a little bit better than it has the past couple times I've done like a remote because, well, we're not relying on the strength of Wi-Fi to have our conversation. We're actually in the room with the cameras. 1, 2. Testing 1, 2. Testies 1, 2, 3. So let's talk about how randomly this episode came to be. Because we kind of forgot we planned a release, even a short release, the day before our live show. So
That's right. So we have a live show going up tomorrow. We were at rehearsal last night.
Yep, 1776.
And Kay was walking me to my car.
And it's like, we're supposed to drop an episode, weren't we?
Yeah.
Oh!
Like less than 24 hours from right now. So what are we going to do?
Let's just throw together an episode that we're going to call Strange, but we forgot we had an episode this week, dear.
But we're really excited about it.
We are actually, and I think it just shows all the energy we put into the 1776 cast discussion and tomorrow's live show that, you know, we had so much fun doing those. We're like, oh wait, yes, there is other content as well. So ad hoc.
We could also pretend like this was all part of the plan all along, and we're just doing something light and fun.
I'm not good at that. I'm bad at faking that. Now I'm doing the weird Raz thing with my voice. So this is going to be a whole, even though we've been trying to have a lot more structure to our episodes recently, I think this is going to be a little bit more of a slide back into our old format, sort of. But we will have segments, like now.
That's such a scary face. Because your mouth is smiling.
My mouth is smiling, but my eyes want to kill you.
Yeah.
All right. Because I can.
You worked out first thing this morning. I did my hair first thing this morning.
It's all good, and I am rocking I could be subbed in for Kobe Jones in a game shorts right now.
See, I don't get the sports ball, but I'm going to smile and nod anyway.
How much soccer? How long sport? So anyway, this isn't just us going to be shooting the breeze. We have kind of topics. We
decided to surprise each other. We're going to each bring a topic that can be covered in a reasonable amount of time.
10 to 15. Maybe less. And I'm just kind of drawing on, not to be hippy-dippy on this, because, you know, the way you put it is what the universe has been saying to me this week, but it's really more like what themes have kept popping up for me.
Yeah.
So, first I want to start by reading us a fine little poem.
Okay.
I like poetry.
Did you write this poem?
No, I did not write this poem. In fact, this is a bit of an older poem. Some people might be a fan of this poet, or this poet, this group of poets. Oh. I am not a robot without emotion. I'm not what you see. I've come to help you with your problems so we can be free. I'm not a hero. I'm not a savior. Forget what you know. I'm just a man whose circumstances went beyond his control. Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto. What does this have to do with anything? Well, it has to do with the fact that last night, one of my favorite rock band Styx, I guess I'm sort of bleeding back into our classic rock episode a bit for this, but it'll have a wider meaning soon. They capitulated after literally, I think it's like 20 years or so, and performed Mr. Roboto live last night on their now summer tour with Joan Jett. And in brief, Styx is a band that was formed from kind of theater rocker Dennis DeYoung, country rocker Tommy Shaw, and wants to be Hendrix, but he's really white and from Illinois, James J.Y. Young, and the Panazzo brothers, who are bass and drums.
And this is a contemporary modern thing.
Styx was they first showed up in the mid-'70s in a major way when they told us all to come sail away with me. And
is that really Styx? That
is Styx. No, not that
that's
one.
Enya.
Come sail away, sail away, I don't have the rights to this song, but we're going to pretend. No,
we're
Styx,
doing a parody of it,
clearly, because I am so not in my stage gear right now. But, no.
I don't even know what that is, but...
No, it's...
Sail away.
Come sail away. You may know it, and people are screaming at the camera right now, maybe. Or maybe because we're a theater group, we're just going, okay's in that space again today. Yeah. But I promise this would connect.
Again, smiling and nodding.
Really, Styx had what amounted to a messy divorce, which happens with a lot of rock bands that have lasted any length of time, because you had Mr. Theater Rocker, actually, with Mr. Roboto, took the band down that line. When we were talking concept albums, I mentioned Kilroy was here, which was like a future opera. Everybody in the band was a character, and it turns out only Dennis was really into reciting lines on stage and being simultaneously play rock songs. Like, even the audience wasn't super into it. So to say that after Dennis he left the band or was kicked from the band, whichever way you want to be on that thing, basically any of Dennis's pomp got kicked to the curb along with him. So Styx has really been trying to take themselves like a serious rock band again for like 20 plus years, and I love them this way. I've seen them many times this way. But whenever people would say to them, well, why don't you play that robot song again? It would be like, in fact, JY has called it the chicken dance. He's like, it would be going on stage and playing the chicken dance every night. No matter how much people want to hear the chicken dance and may enjoy dancing to the chicken dance, we're a serious rock band. But they capitulated last night and played Rubato for the first time in a tour situation in 20 years. And I had deeper thoughts beyond just robots and, Dennis. I had thoughts about kind of how the best collaborations, to me anyway, and I'm taking this out of rock and making it out there a little bit more, come from, I would say, combinations you wouldn't expect to work, that create this like weird chemistry within a group. And how really some of that, I think rock gets pulled a lot in this, because a lot of times if the bands manage to last more than a decade or so, like, they get sick of being in conflict with each other and you go your separate ways. But in a lot of ways, I think the more yes men you have in the room and the more people who are like all of the same thought, if you have a bunch of clones, the quality of the product isn't quite as good. Because, when you've got that push and pull, you really have to come to the table with a strong belief in what you've got, and also be willing to compromise a little bit to create the best thing. Like, that push and pull creates great material. And I was just like, that's a great wider thing. I've been going through a lot of change in my life over the last year, and it's not done yet, and I've discovered that when I get uncomfortable is when the really good content starts to come. So, I guess seeing this little video posted on Styx World this morning of the guys being like, let's play Rubato because the people want to hear it, was like, it got me going down. I guess probably also hadn't been fully caffeinated yet, so I'll cop to that. But it got me going, don't be afraid of the change in your life. Recognize when you're too set in your ways, and, stop avoiding discomfort. You know what? Go towards it a little bit. I'm not saying you need to, like, run through fire physically, because then there'll be injury, and I don't have no money, don't sue me. I am not in any way licensed to give you that kind of advice, but I would just say, sameness doesn't always beget staying in that same spot forever. Mostly sameness begets decay. So when things are changing, not to use an overused expression, but lean into a little bit and let it be, because actually...
Oh, 2 in a row!
Bam,
bam!
Knock them down! Line up. I'm tired. It's a rainy day in New Jersey. But that's kind of where my brain's been at today.
That's so good.
Yeah. So I went from Rubato to life advice. Domo. Please fade. I'm really too white to do that. I'm too white to do that, but I did it anyway. All right, so that was my... Sweet.
All right, are you ready for this? I'm so glad you went first, because yours was like really mature.
Inspirational? I started with Domo Arigato, Mr. Robot.
I know.
I'm not sure that's mature, but thank you for making me feel better about my life choices.
So, as you know, I have another road trip ahead of me.
Yeah, you do.
So, I have been planning and saving to listen to the audiobook version of I'll Be Gone in the Dark, Michelle McNamara, on my drive back down south.
Awesome.
So I'm really excited about that. And of course, we're both really, really into this, and one of my favorite podcasts. Shout out to my favorite murder.
Hi, girls.
Yeah, they're very close to the whole scene and tracking the story. So it's on my mind. It's on a lot of our minds. So I'm getting ready for it last night, and I just kind of randomly decided to Google different types of serial killers. I just, sometimes the categorization, I just wanted to make sure I was clear on everything.
Got it.
So I was at Psychology of Psychopaths.
Nice.
.com.
Love that. That's a domain. That's amazing. And that domain could have gone so many wrong ways. Anyway.
So I'm reading about the categories, how to categorize.
Hang on, I gotta reboot Juliana. Just
I was reading about the categories, how to categorize a serial killer.
A silly killer.
Oh my god, let's
He's
start
a silly
completely
killer.
over.
No, we're gonna keep
Okay,
rolling.
we're gonna keep rolling. Okay, so obviously you know what I was doing here. And then, can you tell I'm tired too?
Yes.
We've been rehearsing too much.
It's all good. It's all good. I kind of like this energy. Sometimes little pearls of wisdom drop, or less than wise pearls. But anyway.
So I started playing a very weird game with myself. And
Okay.
I was like, what if I read this article and instead of serial killers, I insert the word actor?
Okay.
And can we also categorize actors the same way we categorize
By who they kill?
serial killers?
Okay. I like
So,
that. This is such a fun
I
idea.
did a bit of a Mad Libs thing.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
the ye old find and replace function.
Nice.
So let's see what we got.
Uh-oh. Okay,
I'm trying
go.
to put this in,
I'm excited.
because as actors, I know, I was listening to an interview with Paul Giamatti, who I'm,
Mr. Adams.
yes, right, I'm,
I share.
yeah, and this is a quick plug for actors, feel free, always, stalk the actors you want to be.
Yeah, it's
Or
it's a
you
cool thing.
admire their
But not
work.
literally, or they may call the cops.
No,
Okay.
just electronic stalking
Yes.
with your podcast, your YouTube,
Yeah, absolutely. The kind
your
of...
Google machine.
Exactly, the Googler.
Yeah, okay.
Wasn't that a Batman villain? No, sorry, go. We're real tired today.
Please. Okay, so here we go. Feel free to chime in anytime and correct me if
It's all
this
good.
is not going to apply
It's alright.
to actors. But anyway, Paul Giamatti was saying that to be a really good actor, you have to be a bit of a sociopath,
Correct.
right? Because you
That's
have
not
to be like present, fully present, and yet not present all the time. We're supposed to have really thick skin and not take you seriously, except that we're supposed to be able to connect immediately.
It's okay,
With people.
schizophrenia is fun.
Yeah, we got to do it. Well, frequently have to do sex or murder or familial scenes, having just met a person like 5 minutes before,
It's all
right?
good. It's all
So going on the theme of like, are actors sociopaths by trade? Do we have to learn how to be sociopaths? Are we? How similar to psychopaths are we? What are the different types of successful actors? Currently, there are 4 main types of successful actors listed, with many different subcategories listed under each.
Okay.
And depending on the nature of their acting technique, they are either categorized as organized or disorganized. Organized actors tend to be rather intelligent, usually having IQ scores ranging from 105 to 120. Or higher.
Or higher.
Every detail of their acting is planned out well in advance, and the actor likes to take every precaution to make sure they leave no evidence behind to link them to a particular school of acting. It is not uncommon for this type of actor to watch
Your Freudian slipped.
to watch potential directors or casting directors for days to find someone they consider a good target before auditioning. Disorganized actors, on the other hand, tend to have lower IQ scores than average, ranging from 80 to 95. These kind of actors rarely plan out their roles or types, and they appear to audition at random, usually casting teams that happen to be at the wrong place at the wrong time, or are having trouble finding men. They usually do not take extra precautions to cover up or hide any evidence of schmacting, and they tend to travel from state to state or even to other countries to avoid being called out on their schmacting.
Okay, we're losing a little bit of the coherence here, but it's all good. It's all
The
good.
4 main types of successful actors, based on the type of acting they perform, are as follows: thrill seekers, mission-oriented, visionary actors, and power control seekers. Number 1, thrill seekers are successful actors that see outsmarting the production team as some sort of amusement. They enjoy attention from social media, and they also enjoy being pursued by directors. They can be distinguished from other successful actors because of the fact that they send messages to others, and they keep detailed records of all their shows. Because of this, it's logical to say that most thrill seekers can be categorized as organized, but at the same time, they do not plan everything out in advance. For that, they are also seen as unorganized actors. Mm-hmm. Thrill seekers typically use props or over-promote their shows before opening, aka first day of school picks for their first day of rehearsals. Okay. Pet peeve of mine.
It's all good. No, it is a little, yeah. Mm-hmm. I follow you.
After that, they hide the audience's corpse. I'm sorry. They hide...
there is a freedom actor who committed murder, but this is another conversation.
They hide evidence of that show and they move on to the next audience. Unless, of course...
They can't. Unless, of course, they don't get cast again.
They don't get cast again.
Aww.
Second,
womp womp.
Mission-oriented actors are actors that feel they're doing society a favor by playing certain roles as he's not really a bad guy. These can include murderers, thieves, gang leaders, prostitutes, drug dealers, bullies, people they feel that society might be able to do without, but they can bring them to the forefront. These actors are generally not psychotic. Some see themselves as trying to change society. They always have controlled acting scene, hence categorizing them as organized. It makes them much easier to track. However, since these actors always go after specific roles, this also makes them much easier to type. Mm-hmm. Number 3, visionary actors are people that occasionally suffer from psychotic breaks from society. They sometimes believe they are another person.
Oh boy.
Or they are compelled to the art of acting by higher entities such as God or the devil. In fact, the 2 most common subcategories for visionary actors are demon-mandated and God-mandated. David Berkowitz is an example of such an actor.
I love his early work. Did you know he guested Once Upon a Time on Love Boat?
He had claimed that a demon transmitted orders to him through his neighbor's dog that told him to act.
Your search and replace function failed you in this paragraph, but that's
Since visionary actors tend to be more unorganized than other actors, they are very easy to track down. And lastly, power and control actors enjoy the audience's and castmates' terror, suffering, and screaming. We could also add crying. If they made the audience cry, they consider that a win.
Yes.
These actors tend to be very organized, and they usually have a history of abusive relationships and toxic relationships, which left them feeling powerless and inadequate. Many of these actors also dominate the audience on social media. Besides these 4 basic categories listed, there are also dozens of other subcategories that make successful actors unique based on their acting rituals and the nature of their shows. You know, I'm going to have to skip the paragraph on the Black Widow, because I don't know exactly what that would be.
That would be a role in a Marvel film, but anyway.
Yeah. I'm going to skip this sentence that says there are also successful actors that kill another person after already acting with someone else. I don't know what that means.
I don't know. We all unwind in different ways after a show.
Yeah. Spree actors, lust actors.
Well, lust actors.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah. Mass actors.
Mass acting actors. Flash mob.
That's right, they're right, with large groups at a time, acting with no specific targets in mind, rather just to act for their own enjoyment. Successful actors
We're coming a little off the frame with this.
Successful actors can also keep mementos of their show once the show closes.
Well, yes. Hopefully not locks of hair or dismembered body parts in the freezer.
These can be placed into 2 categories, souvenirs and trophies. Souvenirs are personal items which allow the actor to enjoy their memories of particular shows they were in. These are such things as jewelry, costumes, and other props pertaining to the audience.
I love this.
Trophies are objects that successful actors can make into a shrine, forming a collection of particular items from their past shows.
EGOT.
Ta-da.
Grammy, Oscar, Tony.
That's what I got. That's when you reverse engineer the Mad Libs.
That's kind of fantastic. And I would say you got about an 80% success rate on that, so that's not bad at all.
So what kind of actor are you? Organized or disorganized?
I guess I'm fairly organized.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I have methods as such. You know, I'm the less of a structure and a format, the more I worry a little bit about how my performance will come off, and then I wonder if I can hide the body. I mean, what?
Yeah, I know, right? And then of the 4 types, of categories, what are you? Thrill seeker, mission oriented, visionary, or power and control? Which totally, I mean, I think that is exactly, we could exactly go down
Oh my god.
our list of actor friends and put them in that category.
Oh my god.
Let's
we're
do it after
totally
we
here to judge you.
Let's turn off the camera.
Ooh. All right.
Thrill seeker, mission oriented,
Well,
visionary, or power
sometimes
and
thrill
control.
seeking leads to me just being a spaz, so I don't know how I should feel about that. It just ends poorly. Sorry, what are they again?
Thrill seeker, mission oriented, visionary, power and control.
I'm kind of mission oriented.
Oh,
Maybe.
yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Think about that. I can't remember the last time that I acted outside of these parameters. It's such a weird idea, but so good. So we're working on our notes before we start rolling, and Juliana keeps cackling every 30 seconds. I'm not exaggerating, and now I know why. It was very cool. So we should open that up to our audience and be like, comment and let us know.
Categorize yourself if
you were an actor, a murder actor, an actor, not murdering people at all. Maybe a little murdery.
No. But if we're going to
no murderers email us.
no,
please.
yeah, please no. Just keep us out of the loop completely.
We don't need to testify.
Yeah, but if you are an actor who's willing to own up to the fact that yes, we can be a bit psychopathic.
No, I like this. I do like that. I'm making fun of it just because it's funny, but I think there's actually, it's pretty cool. I'm a little disturbed how well that worked, actually, which is when the best learning happens, when I'm deeply, deeply disturbed.
So what is making me a strange deer this week?
What is?
I am a huge fan of Tim Ferriss.
Okay, yes.
You know this.
Yeah, I know this.
He is a productivity and lifestyle guru to some folk.
Mm-hmm.
I like his stuff.
Yeah.
I like his stuff a lot.
Very cool.
He's the guy who wrote 4 Hour Workweek,
Mm-hmm.
Tools of Titans.
Well,
So Tim Ferriss has a newsletter, an email newsletter that gives his, recommendations for the week. And one of them is he just resent a document that has been a part of his blog for a long time. And I reread it. It's something good to keep in my head all the time, because as actors, our schedule is very, very different, not only month to month, week to week, but even day to day, right? I was even thinking this morning, I was like that line from Downton Abbey, who's the dowager, Maggie Smith.
Yes.
Her character has a great line that is, "What is a weekend?" And I was like, "What is a weekend? What to actors?
It's
the
all
weekend's
like that.
Much busier."
No, weekends are when work starts.
I was and in the shower thinking, "My God, I cannot wait for Monday."
Yeah.
Please.
No, but and honestly, I do feel like my Monday winds up frequently being
Your day off.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And it's on days that I actually am working Monday where I feel weirdly off kilter. But yeah.
So this is just a reminder. This has been pinned on my bulletin board above my desk for a couple years. But I just a reminder, 5 morning rituals that help me win the day. This is Tim Ferriss, and this is not Juliana Valente. Number 1, make your bed.
I never do that.
Really?
I don't.
I'm so good at it. I can tend to be sloppy about my clothes on the floor.
Yeah.
They're not quite clean, not quite dirty, might wear them again. I'll put them on a chair.
You're a hamper lurker. I like it.
Yes!
I like it.
But I do always make my bed.
Yeah.
So, there. Number 2, meditate. 10 to 20 minutes. That's really hard to do in a more, to make yourself do. But anyway.
Yeah.
Number 3, do 5 to 10 reps of something.
Okay.
This has been helpful for me because once I start doing 10 reps of something, I'm going to want to do more.
True enough.
But if I'm telling myself I only have to do 10 kettlebell swings, I'm probably going to end up doing
Right.
So.
Yeah.
Number 4, For Tim Ferriss, it's Prepare Titanium Tea.
Okay.
It's just basically his
whatever
healthy thing,
your
bulletproof coffee, whatever
thing,
it is. Yeah. And number 5, morning pages or 5-minute journal. And you know I'm a huge advocate of the artist way. In the artist way, you start with your morning pages. I got to tell you, it is not a crutch. It is a tool to a lot of us to be able to just sit and write.
Well, pursuant to, I made that point the last episode. We were talking about journaling, and I was like, just get out. Even if you're not
make yourself
somebody who thinks, or at the bare minimum, just kind of inventory the feelings you went through during the day. Make it that basic for yourself. I woke up, I was a bit depressed.
Yes, right.
You know, I felt a little bit better after I had breakfast, whatever it is. You know, if it's that kind of baby step to start it, you don't have to sit there and be like, dear diary, I woke up this morning with such ennui.
Yeah.
I don't believe that my soul will ever recover. You know,
no, so many of my morning pages start with, I'm really stressed out because this is a really intense day. And then it helps me organize. But these are the things that actually have to get done. What are the 3 things that I actually have to do to consider this a successful day? Can I do them first and get them out of the way? Yeah. Have a great day. And it makes me feel a lot better for having written that down. So, ta-da! Thank you, Tim Ferriss, for reminding me of 5 morning rituals that can help you kill the day.
It's all good. I like it. And I don't know if I've said this... I haven't even said it to you. I know I haven't formally said it on the podcast, but I've decided, first of all, I do not believe in New Year's resolutions. I'm not that person. I have things would be nice to accomplish this year, but it's really, I don't see magically you hit New Year's Eve and now it's January 1st and it's a whole new you and a whole new year and let's all start. I'm like, no. If you've done the work, I'm breaking 2018 to what I'm calling modules for myself, and I love it
that you're sending yourself to a seminar.
Yeah, basically. But I've been kind of centering it around the shows that I've been doing, because once I started realizing I was getting these bookings, I was like, what can I do within this 4 to 6 to 8 week span?
Yes.
And every day I've got a little journal on it, but I also have a calendar schematic on it where I've sort of, now this is sounding really weirdly asinine and uptight, but anyway, my goal for the day, hit my step goal, I've got the green check. If I hit my, if I did my run today, I've got this little, whatever it is, the things that I want to knock out during the day. And there are certainly days where that little box stays empty, but I journal about things and I'm like, what happened today? So you can kind of just look at it. Yeah, exactly. And, it's been one of those things that makes bigger blocks of time a lot more manageable in a way, and kind of helps you shape things around. For instance, the module I'm in right now, which is transitioning into what's making me strange this week, and yes, it is strange this week. I'm running my first 5K of the season, starting. This is why I'm strange. I'm doing it Saturday morning, right after our Friday night podcast recording. The thing is, this is the Freihofer's Run for Women in Albany, and I've done this for this is going to be my 7th, but this is the 40th annual Freihofer's. It is a race field of about 3,000 to 4,000 women typically, and that's really empowering to be in the middle. I mean, you got them of all ages. You've got grandmas running with their daughters, running with their granddaughters. It's wonderful, and it's 3.1 miles around downtown Albany, and it's kind of turned into an area tradition. Even though I moved out of the Albany area a long time ago, it's I love it, and I never saw myself as a distance runner, and I still really don't. But because a lot of people go, God, that's I can't even imagine running a mile. What do you do how do you keep yourself from spacing out? How do you just, sustain it? What's the endurance on that? Mm-hmm. First of all, I'm huge on music. So
keeping you motivated.
My playlist has to be on point, man, because I hit more mental walls than anything else, which is actually, I guess, pursuant to why journaling and stuff helps me too, because I kind of work through the barriers I put up for myself in my own thoughts in my brain. I overthink things a lot. So if I just put things out there, sometimes I just literally have to write for myself, it's not that big a deal. You'll live to tomorrow. You see that box tomorrow, you're going to get to that box. Which sounds stupid a little bit.
No, not at all.
No. There are just days, especially when you've got I think we've all had that day where it's you've booked yourself up super tight, and it's okay, I'm intimidated by this mountain I'm going to be climbing today. For me, it's going to be, let's make sure I do get enough sleep to be able to run it at 9 o'clock in the morning, 3.1 miles, and then we're coming right back because I have a soccer game on Saturday night. So I guess this is why I'm strange. What's strange for me this week is I put a lot in front of myself, but It's something that I love to do, and I just absolutely know on race morning it's going to be the same kind of fantastic thing it always is. Especially, you tend to get surrounded by the first timers too, and they really look at you like, how many times have you done this, and how have you done
How many times have you done it?
This is my 7th.
Wow, 7th.
Yeah. And we have, up until, I think, last year or the year before, there was a group of about 5 women who had run in every single Freihofer since the beginning.
What's the beginning?
1978.
Wow.
Every single year. That's why this is the 40th. And yes, those who are familiar with the Albany area, Freihofer's is a baking company. And yes, one of the motivators to get to the end is you get a nice box of cookies from the baking company when you complete your run. If that ain't motivation, I don't know what is. Wow. I don't know. That was plug. And actually, our end plug should include, because this will technically be dropping before the live show tomorrow night. I'm going to have a marathon editing session coming up in a second. But no, seriously, come live show tomorrow night at Nutley Little Theatre.
In
Nutley, New Jersey.
Which is right across the way from the Lincoln Tunnel if you're coming in from the city.
Yeah, what's nice is the bus will drop you right there, so you could come in from New York. Don't let the Jersey scare you. I mean, it can be intimidating.
I was so scared of Jersey before I moved. When I was in the city, I was like, I will not be a bridge and tunneler. I did not move to Manhattan
just to live in New Jersey.
Exactly.
Oh my God, the dirty Jers. No, but we're going to be going on about 8:45, roughly speaking, right after the annual meeting, and we're going to go for about an hour, and it's going to be a lot of fun. We are doing the Pygmalion problem. And as soon as we wrap this recording session, we're going to sit down and tackle the problem of the Pygmalion problem is we need to finish our ending. But I just inceptioned our podcast. But, you know, as always, guys, you can find us on pretty much every social media outlet out there. Give us the standard line, Julianne.
You can find us at Strange Deer on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr,
everything,
etc.
Yeah, etc.
At Strange Deer.
At Strange Deer.
YouTube, Strange But True Deer.
Yes, and our email is strangebutTrueDeer@gmail.com if you'd like to talk to us.
Oh, is it Gmail? I thought it was Gmail.
No, nobody calls it that.
Nobody?
The Googler. Again, Batman villain. I am the Googler! And we're fading out on that.